Hello, welcome or welcome back to Divinefelinee Tarot. As usual, this is going to be a general reading, posing the question, what is it we need to know right here, right now? What is most important for us to know right here, right now? As always, use your own discernment. The message should serve as inner confirmation. It shouldn't be confusing or hard to apply to your situation. It shouldn't be a struggle for you to understand if it really is for you. But I trust that if it found you, it is for you. But I will, again, leave that to you to discern. Without further ado, we will go ahead and get right into it. I'll only communicate with beings of love, intending no harm to us or through us, here for our highest good and the highest good of all. What is most important for us to know right now? What is most important for the people drawn to this video to know right now? As clearly and concisely. Thank you for being here. Okay. I apologize for the different lighting. I feel like I should be bright enough to see, but it's slightly darker than usual. Your hard work is paying off. Hold your vision. Stay the course. We're going to pull from the Moonology to get... It's time to release negative energy. I'm going to pull from the Moonology to get sort of a center essence for this reading. The answers you need are coming. Trust. Trust. Trust even within the uncertainty. I think there is a clarity within you. You just may have trouble trusting it because, I mean, that's normal. It's I would say even part of the human experience, not always being certain about the intuitive hits that we get, but you can trust your intuition. Again, trust your intuition above anything else, I would even say. Okay. My right leg's giving me pain. Confidence is your key to success. Trust your vision. Confidence is your key to success. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. So this should be exciting. Things are moving forward. And I think you feel they're moving forward. They may not be moving as fast as you think you want them to move. And I do say that with intention. I think we all, believe that we want things to happen as fast as possible. Not always taking into account that the journey and all the things, all the steps that are taken along the way have such a powerful purpose. Have such a powerful purpose. They're a pinnacle to actually achieving what it is that you want to achieve. And I would even venture to say they're pinnacle in revealing to you at times what you thought you wanted isn't what you wanted. But if you hadn't taken those steps, yeah, I feel like the steps that you're taking are leading you to a place that you actually want to be, you know? So this vision that you had of what you thought you've wanted, I'm getting this sense like there's something better. There's a different alternative, and I don't see it being completely derailed from what you're asking for, but I think it's, again, a different form. It's a different form, and being open to your expectations being subverted, because again, it's still going to lead you to where you're ultimately hoping to go. It's just going to be way more fulfilling. Yeah. I'm feeling called to pull another oracle. But I don't know which one yet. Oh, okay. I know which ones. I think that's a part of the message, actually. Yeah. Okay, I feel like, yes, the answers you need are coming. So, just in that small moment right there, I knew I wanted to pull, or I was being pulled to pull another, some more oracle cards. But which one was not specified. But as I just went and followed the call, the pull to look at another oracle deck to pull from, the one which I was meant to go to revealed itself, you know? It revealed itself. So again, it's like staying the course, continuing to go, and the answers will reveal themselves. They will make themselves known to you. So don't move too quickly through this uncertainty so that you can catch when those things are calling out to you. Because even me in that moment, I had it in my head, like I can only sit here for so long and in silence trying to deliberate which deck I should choose from. And I almost wanted to, again, like rush and just pick anything. Yeah, the answers you need are coming. So trust that. Don't let the indecision, the uncertainty paralyze you. Continue to move forward, and the way will be made clear, essentially. Ask your angels. Ask your angels. Take action. I wanted to even out the deck a little more. Be assertive. Be assertive. I keep seeing the no peek through as I'm shuffling, and if you believe, things are being aligned. Things are very much being aligned. If you can trust that it will make the process a lot smoother. Yeah, than you, I guess, trying to scramble to find the answers, if that makes sense. The situation will improve. Yeah. A lot of reassurance coming through. Wow, peaceful resolution. Peaceful resolution, the situation will improve. And yes, I don't know how much more confirmation you need. Everything is working out perfectly, it seems. Yeah, everything seems to be working out perfectly. I'm debating on whether I should pull 2 more, but it feels like it's just out of curiosity. I am curious. Wow! I'm so glad I pulled that. There's something better. There's something better. I said it. I said it. There's a better thing than what your ultimate goal that you've always wanted is. Opportunity. Opportunity. So, wow. Yeah. I'm glad I continued to pull. Yeah. There's something better. You're being guided. You're being guided. You're already on track, you know? You're already on track. Keep going. Things may not, again, everything isn't clear, and I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I think it's also clear because what this is sort of out of your, it's beyond your imagination, you know? It's beyond your imagination. And there's something about if you knew what was coming, there's something about if you knew what was coming, but I don't know what this second part of it is. And maybe it's because it would be different for, it would be different for different people. So some people, if they knew what was coming, they may try to force it to come quicker. If for others, if they knew what was coming, they may reject it, you know, because again, there's certain steps, there's certain actions, steps that need to be taken in order to gain particular perspectives. And without those perspectives, we may close ourselves off to things that are actually good for us, opportunities that we may not see them, we may not be open to them, essentially, because we have a particular view, if that makes sense. Yeah, this uncertainty is purposeful, and you shouldn't try to rush through it. Oh, yep, perception. There it is. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. This also gives me our perception of what is possible. Our perception of what is possible. So if we knew what was coming, or again, it may I'm not completely feeling like you would completely like self-sabotage, but it feels like if you knew what was coming, it would arise a lot of thoughts of wondering if that's even possible, you know? And yeah, it just seems like it's better if you don't know you know, so you don't have the opportunity to overthink it, kind of thing. Okay. Universal love. Look at that. Universal love. Dang. The lighting is so, it's just kind of dark. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence. Synergy. Synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. I feel like that very much coincides with what I've been saying. It's sort of beyond your imagination. It's beyond what is typical. So, yeah. And again, without certain perspectives, you may close yourself off to things that are so out of the ordinary. Throat chakra. The frequency of throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our expression and our sense of self and our sense of peace and balance. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Oh, and it's the it looks like it's the the design for the back of the cards. I always take note of that because it feels like there's like a special impact when the cover art cards come out. Earth. Wow, this is a beautiful card, and it would probably look more beautiful if the lighting was set up better. Earth. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Wow. This is a really wonderful card. Grounding into reality. Yeah. This feels very much like things are becoming whole. Like you're becoming whole as a person. But again, it's all aspects. It's the spiritual and the physical. There's a union. There's a union of all aspects. With this union, I feel like it is bringing and inviting in more ease with how you traverse, we'll say, the physical layers of reality as you go towards this vision of yours. As you continue on this journey. Oh, it fell. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Something's not working anymore. Oh, wow. 10 of Wands, Temperance, 6 of Wands, Queen of Coins. There is a different way to do things. There's a different way to do things. Yeah, there is a more balanced approach, you know? And I feel like that's the thing. There's an aspect of you that you haven't been taking into account in order to achieve or bring to reality the things that you're trying to bring through. You may just be, for lack of better terms, trying to muscle your way, to what you want. And there's a better way, It's good that you have the determination, the willpower to take action. But I feel like sometimes when we try to push and force so much, it actually just warps the outcome. It's not really... it's not conducive to the outcome that we really want. It's not conducive to the life that we really want to live. And again, we may miss those cues for things that are much better suited, things that we actually want when we're like tunnel focused on doing things a certain way to get a specific outcome. Yeah, you're combining both. You're combining both aspects. The physical and the ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Of our nature and the world around us. Everything is really set out to help us achieve the life that we want in terms of, the universal energies and all that. But we have to take that into account. Okay. And there's victory. There's clear victory here. You got the 6 of Wands. And that's after the Temperance. And again, Queen of Pentacles after that. She is very satisfied, very grounded, and very secure. This does not feel like self-sacrificing energy, like pushing beyond our physical limits. It's not pushing ourselves to exhaustion to get this specific outcome. And I want to say idealized. Not that, again, idealized is wrong. But again, it might not, this idea might not be what you actually want, You just may think you want exactly that because that's, I don't know, that's seemingly what everybody wants, right? or, what we've been taught to believe that we want, if that makes sense. Bottom of the deck right now is strength. Having the strength to go your own way is what came to mind. Having the strength to go your own way, to follow your own path, to follow your own truth, to tame the beast inside of you. Why not? Where are you being called to journey to? Wow! That's crazy. Following your own path. And when you follow your own path, there's not always a specific roadmap. 8 of Swords. But the way will be made clear. The way will be made clear. And know that anything that falls away, wow, break the chain. Anything that falls away on this journey of you choosing your own path, know that it's meant to. It's for your highest good. It's, oh wow, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Everything is just confirming. Confirmation on top of confirmation. It's, again, everything is happening for you. It's happening for you. It's happening in your favor. To bring you to what you really want. Okay. It's in your favor. The cards are in your favor. Wow! Sorry. You're already doing it. You're already doing it, man. Keep following your, keep facing your true north. Stop overthinking it. So, again, the energy is gaining momentum. Confidence is your key to success. Trust that you're going in the right direction. I do have to say, these two fell in my lap, though. So I feel like they were meant to come out. So, there is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And there is a lie in your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I will leave you to answer those questions. Okay. What is not aligned or needs to change? I'm getting a perspective, a way that you're looking at certain things, a belief that you hold about abundance, possibly. Usually that's, the big one. What's possible, There may be a particular belief that is, the word that comes to mind is inhibiting, inhibiting your being able to perceive different ways of doing things. Again, yes, the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Birthing a new age. I apologize. I'm just getting excited. The confirmation. There's a different way to do things. There's a different way to look at how you do things. There's a different way to do things. And there's a different way to look at things. And there's a different way to look at how you're doing things, is what I meant to say. All right. Bottom of the deck. 9 of Wands. I want to shuffle it one more time. So I'm going to follow that. Oh, 10 of Swords. Look at that. There's an ending. There's an ending. I want to shuffle it one more time. And I'm going to even out the deck a little bit more. This 3 of Pentacles keeps showing up. I don't know if you're insistent on doing everything alone, doing everything by yourself. I think that's another thing that needs re-examining. Are there tasks that you can Delegate. I just want to put that out there in case. In case. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There seems to be almost like a stubbornness to hold on to the beliefs you have about how things work. The beliefs you have, about how things work. How things have to be done. They have to be done like this kind of thing. And I think the message is like, no, there's another way. There may even be an easier way, that if you're willing to relinquish one or some or all of these pentacles, you're gonna get so much more in return. Like, the return will be tenfold, you know? And if these pentacles represent particular beliefs, especially, you know, yeah, I don't believe there's a need to hold on to particular things. There's like, again, there's something better. There's something better. There's a better way to look at things. There's a better way to view your situation. Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Chariot, Ace of Swords. I want to pull one more, and the Death. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Please don't fall. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of uncertainty. There's uncertainty, and it may be making you jittery. Like, again, that scrambling to find an answer, to know which one to choose. Which deck do I choose? Oh my god, you know, but don't let the uncertainty let you just pick anything, you know? Take the time, just sit with it. Sit with it for a bit. Gather your footing. Rein in that horse. And you'll be able to see that the way is clearer than you're perceiving it to be. And obviously there's a clear movement forward with both the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. There is movement forward. And with that is coming a rebirth. There's a re-examining. A willingness to let go of what you no longer need, what no longer serves, what's not conducive to the life that you actually want, what you're trying to create. I really implore you to let what needs to fall away, fall away. Let what needs to fall away, fall away. Because it's only opening up. It's only clearing the path, you know? It's only opening up. It's only opening up the path. There's a better way to say that. It's all happening for you. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna read from A Guide for the Advanced Soul, and then that will be it. I'll wrap up the reading. You're going in the right direction. It seems like there's a few things that you may need to let go of in terms of... It just seems like things you don't need anymore. Beliefs, a certain way of viewing situations, you know. What came to mind just now is skepticism. Skepticism that things that you want, the life that you envision, things that you imagine are even possible, or things beyond your imagination are even possible. Release the skepticism. What does it serve, you know? What does it serve? Ultimately, you're going to get to where you want to go. Whether it looks like what you imagined or not, it's going to be something that you actually do want. It won't be anything but that. It won't be anything that is not for your highest good, you know? It won't be anything that you don't enjoy. Again, it just won't be anything that you don't want. It's going to be something that you want. And I would, again, even venture to say, it might be something you didn't even know you wanted. It might be something, again, you didn't even know you wanted. Isn't that far better than getting exactly what we thought we wanted and it not really meeting our expectations? Yeah. Wow, Spirit is speaking. I'm here for it. Okay. Closing messages. What is it that we need to know? And thank you so much. This has been a fun reading. I like this very much. And I hope that this has brought a lot of value to you, a lot of perspective for you. Okay. Wow. Love is letting go of fear. Sorry. Love is letting go of fear. Okay. When some misfortune threatens, consider seriously and consider seriously and deliberately what is the worst that could possibly happen. Having looked this possible misfortune in the face, give yourself sound reason for thinking that, after all, it would be no such terrible disaster. Such reasons always exist, since at the worst, nothing that happens to oneself has any cosmic importance. When you have looked for some time steadily at the worst possibility and have said to yourself with real conviction, well, after all, that would not matter so very much, you will find that your worry diminishes to a quite extraordinary extent. It may be necessary to repeat the process a few times, but in the end, if you have shirked, 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 if you have shirked nothing in facing the worst possible issue, you will find that your worry disappears altogether and is replaced by a kind of exhilaration. Wow. I can try and read that again. I don't know how much better I'll be, but it seems to, again, be still confirming. So there's a fear. There's something, again, beliefs, a way that you're looking at the situation, and it may be fear. You know, what if what if this happens? Or I'm again, yeah. And again, the four of Pentacles, Page of Swords underneath that. And you know, when I look, he always, at the Page of Swords specifically, he always looks like he's a bit afraid, you know, like he's on guard. Yeah, uncertain about what is coming. But I feel with this Page of Swords that he is still going to follow the direction of his truth, of his center, of his heart, you know? And maybe there is a fear of being left out, like by people that you love. Maybe there's a fear of, yeah, like, if I change, who am I gonna lose? But again, if you are changing yourself for the better and people start to fall away, they were never meant for you. They were never meant for you in your highest capacity. And I don't, you know, we're human, etc. It's, it's not easy to deal with that. It's not easy to lose people who matter to you, who you cared about, who you thought cared about you in a manner like that. But again, if you're losing people who don't support your growth, who don't support the real you, the person that you're becoming, I think it's feels like the best case scenario in that sense, than to keep those people around and sort of have them dampen and I guess sort of add their 2 cents on what your strength, what your path is supposed to look like. There's a fear with letting go. But love is letting go of fear. Love is letting go of fear, and know that, again, there's something better. There's something better, and I don't think you need to worry about any bad altercations. We have peaceful resolution. Okay, I'm going to try and read this again, then we're going to wrap it up. When some misfortune threatens, consider seriously and deliberately what is the very worst that could possibly happen. Having looked this possible misfortune in the face, give yourself sound reason for thinking that, after all, it would be no such disaster. Such reasons always exist, since, at the worst, nothing that happens to oneself has any cosmic importance. When you have looked for some time steadily at the worst possibility, and have said to yourself with real conviction, well, after all, that would not matter so very much, you will find that your worry diminishes to quite extraordinary extent. It may be necessary to repeat the process a few times, but in the end, if you have shirked nothing in the face of the worst possible issue, you will find that your worry disappears altogether and is replaced by a kind of exhilaration. The conquest of happiness. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you took some reassurance from this. I really do hope this is giving you something of value. Everything is unfolding as it should. Things will turn out better than you expected. All right.